Cue the last month of 2025. Where did it go? Welcome to December. My name is Sabrina Riccio, and I am a shamanic brand strategist for realtors and sovereign leaders alike, helping them activate their legacy. And as a real estate agent here in Southern California, I am here to help guide sellers and buyers home. And my whole thing is really creating a beautiful, soulful experience for the real estate journey. And this is more than just another transaction. This is a transition. And my whole intention and my sacred why is to not only guide you home, but to really hold space as you prepare for this next chapter. If you're selling, I'm here to help really showcase and show the story of your home. And if you're buying, let's get to know who you are and find that perfect home or that perfect place to call home. This is my 5 home maintenance tips for desert living, specifically designed for December, especially as we're getting to the cooler winter months. While I will be sharing this video, you can also check in the description below to get your free home maintenance guide. So I have a checklist that you can print out for every month. So you can check, and really prepare yourself and take care of your home and give it the love that it deserves. I mean, it is your sacred sanctuary, right? If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and share this with a friend who may live in the desert. And if you find anything that you want to add to it, feel free to put it in the comments below. So let's dive in and talk about the ultimate month of cozying up and really protecting ourselves and the house from the cold that can come in. The thing about the desert is that we experience both extremes. In the summer, it is hot. In the winter, it gets cold. It's a different kind of cold. I mean, granted, if you're watching this and you're from South Dakota, like I can't even imagine that. Kudos to you guys. But as someone who has grown up out here and I've lived in Joshua Tree for 8 years, we get snow here in Joshua Tree. The Creosote Casita is what I've called my house. We get snow. And the whole thing is just really preparing. Is the house really ready for both extremes and these intense temperature shifts that we do experience? So while our winters may be short, they are no stranger to these really sharp and sudden temperature drops that we do experience. The nights are chilly, the winds are high, and it's just important to make sure that during December, as you are cozying up with your loved ones and having people visit more often, that your home is protected from cold weather wear, and that your seasonal decor that is just so fun to pull out every year is safe just as much as it is festive. So let's break down the 5 tips that I have for you for December. A lot of these may have also been in other months, but if I do repeat myself in other months and you're like, you already said this in November, blah, 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 it's because these are really important. And if you haven't done it yet, take care of your house. So the first one I'm going to say is make sure that your house is weatherproofed for the desert chills coming up. We all know how windy it can get. We've got like Windy Point and whatnot, especially like in Palm Springs. But even without the snow, this desert cold can really creep in through unsealed doors and windows. And if you start to see light peeking through these windows and doors, or you feel a draft, that is the perfect sign that it's time for you to replace or reseal the weather stripping, the chalking, what have it be. We just want to make sure that we're doing what we can to ensure that your house is warm and that you are experiencing an efficient house, because that really starts with the insulation and the intention. And so we want to make sure, especially at night when the temperatures really drop, that your home is keeping the warmth in. So see this as the perfect opportunity to inspect your thresholds, the weather stripping, the chalking around all the windows and doors, and just be smart and take care of your house in that sense. You may also need to add insulation accessories like draft stoppers, thermal curtains, or door snakes in key areas like a sliding glass door or entryways, because while there may be just something small, these simple additions can really keep warm air in, and it can keep the cold gusts out without running up your heating bill. And that's what we all want, right? No one wants expensive electric bills. Sometimes our solar we can have a negative, but sometimes it doesn't cover the amount of usage that we use. So be strategic in that sense and be intentional there. Next, I would say this one's a fun one. Inspect your holiday lights and your outdoor decor, right? These festive lights and this seasonal charm, it always brings joy. It's always fun driving in neighborhoods where they go all out for Christmas. In the desert though, we need to make sure that we're also being intentional and proactive about safety and wind protection, because with these lights and decor and whatnot, this is a non-negotiable thing for us to make sure we're doing right. So my suggestion is to make sure you're checking all the extension cords, the light strands, if there's any exposed wires, any corrosion over the years. Of course, while you're also checking the lights, make sure you're doing that, because from previous seasons, there can be a lot of wear and tear from the sun, from the wind, what have you. I also believe things aren't made as well as they used to be anymore. I'm praying for the day when we can have high quality things again so we can be more efficient, but that's a whole other conversation. But my suggestion here is to make sure that you're only using outdoor rated extension cords and timers, especially around plants or water features, just to make sure that there isn't a short that happens from the rain, a fire starts, what have you. Be proactive in that sense as well. Next, I would say make sure you're securing your decor tightly by using zip ties, gutter clips, or weighted sandbags, right? Especially if you are finding your home is in a wind-prone area. This is going to really protect your decor and your roof line, and it's also going to be kind for your neighbors to prevent any accidental damages that can happen. Number 3, I would say make sure you deep clean the floors and the air vents. So as we're spending more and more time indoors, and we're also entertaining guests and loved ones, we want to make sure that we're keeping our space clean. Ambiance patrol all the way, right? And this is non-negotiable in dusty areas. We need to make sure that we are cultivating a space of comfort and wellness. And so keep your space clean. It's not that hard, right? Vacuum, mop high traffic areas frequently, especially your entryways, kitchens, bathrooms, living spaces. We want to be proactive and use microfiber cloths and be a little more sustainable in that sense as well. And damp methods to really trap in the fine desert dust that dry sweeping can miss or not really collect as well. Be a little more sustainable. Don't use paper towels for everything. It's just my take. Make sure you're really being proactive with your air vents and remove and clean the covers. You can wash them with warm soapy water. Make sure you're replacing the HVAC filters to really reduce the allergens and improve indoor air quality during the cozy seasons. Again, we're breathing this in. I'm sure that there's also dust in some of your holiday decors, like if you have like a Christmas tree that is like a fake one like me that's been in the garage, there's dust that collects in that too. We want to make sure we're breathing in healthy, clean air quality. Next, I would say make sure that you clean and check your fireplace systems. If you're someone like me who loves to have the stockings on the mantle and you're going to use it, let's keep the air clean that's coming in. So whether you're lighting for ambiance patrol or you're using your fireplace for warmth, it's essential that your fireplace is both clean and safe so that you can use it all winter long. Make sure you're clearing any ash and soot buildup that is happening regularly. This is especially ideal after every few uses or so, and that you're storing any cooled ash, especially if you have a wood burning system, in a metal container with a lid to avoid any fire hazards. I would also suggest, if you haven't yet, make sure you schedule a professional inspection or a chimney sweep, especially for wood burning fireplaces, just to clean out the soot and whatnot. If you're someone with a gas system fireplace, make sure you test the pilot lights, the gas connections, and the flute operation as well, to really ensure that everything is functioning safely and efficiently, and that you and your family are safe from fires. Finally, I would say prune for dormancy. December is the right time to give your plants and your garden a break. This is the perfect opportunity for it to hibernate as best as it can. This pruning will also set the stage for healthy growth come spring. So my suggestion is to really just trim back any overgrowth, any broken branches, or any dormant limbs on native trees, vines, shrubs, to really reduce storm damage and to improve the structure and the overall health of your plant. A big thing to note is to really avoid pruning frost sensitive plants. I'm talking hibiscus, I'm talking bougainvillea, I'm talking succulents. You want to wait until the early spring, when the chance of that cold shock has passed, and those plants, they're in survival mode right now. So we don't want to create too much of a shock to them. Let's nourish them and be a little more gentle with those plants. So those are my 5 tips for December to prepare for the winter months. My prayer for you is that you take time this month to really reflect back on the growth that you've had, how special the memories that were in your house, what this space has meant for you and your family, and that you also give yourself credit for how much you've grown, how much you've healed, and your success and abundance and what have you. Just cultivate that time to really give yourself grace and an opportunity to celebrate, and to also just honor the hard work you've put in. My prayer for you for 2026 is that this is a year of abundance and wealth in all forms, and health and vitality and great memories and love and joy and happiness and everything that you deserve and more, because you're an amazing person. I've only called in the best of the best to watch these videos, and I want to hear what you're doing this December to really take care of your house, and share with me in the description too, what are your intentions for 2026? I'd love to hear and celebrate that with you as well. Again, my name is Sabrina Riccio, and I am the Solistic Realtor here in the Coachella Valley, Palm Springs area, as well as the Joshua Tree area, but I also service all of Southern California, as I have lived throughout Orange County and San Diego as well. And my whole reason and why is to help guide you home and activate your legacy, because this is where luxury meets legacy. This is what this is about. So thank you for being here. Again, thank you for subscribing, for sharing, giving us a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.